Hi Virgos, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for the month of April 2020. So before I get started, this is obviously a general reading for the whole sign of Virgo, so you might want to check your rising sign, moon sign as well to see if there's any messages for you which are relevant in there, and obviously just take what applies to you and leave what doesn't, because that will be for another Virgo. Okay, so if you want a reading that's much more personal to you and your life situation, then do head to the link just underneath this video where you can get a personal tarot reading from me. But let's see what's in store for Virgos in April 2020. Okay, really powerful reading. So I don't know how much you know about tarot, but we have a lot of the major arcana cards. So there's 78 cards in total, and I think it's 22 of them are major arcana, and the rest are minor arcana, which is the suits, like the swords, the wands, the pentacles, the cups. And you have so many of the major arcana, so that tells me that you Virgos are at a really powerful time in your life. You're going through a lot of transition, and it's a really important phase on your life journey. So let's look into it a little bit more. So the energy of your past, you're very much trying to get back into alignment with what your purpose is and what you're really here for. And that may have been a result for some of you. That was because your world kind of came crashing down. Maybe you lost a job, or you had a death, or you had a relationship breakup. You had some kind of crisis that maybe forced you to really evaluate your life and what was going on and what it actually takes for you to feel stable. Maybe you realize that you actually don't want the things that you felt like you should have, what society tells you you should have, you know, like buying a house before you're 30 or anything like that. You may have realized that actually that's not what you want. That's not what you want for your path. And it may have been because you had this tragic event which really made you reevaluate that for yourself, and you had to try and figure out what stability means for you so that you can actually be aligned with what your purpose is and you're not just following the crowd. Okay, then in your past as well, you've really had to learn how to communicate your needs better. For some of you, this will have been at work, so really asking for a raise, asking to share your responsibilities. Virgos can be really, really focused, organized, and hardworking, and as a result, you may get things piled on you more and more and more because you're so good at it. So at work, maybe you get so much more responsibility than everyone else, even though you're not getting paid more, because people know that you will do the job and you will do it well. So it's like in your past, you've had to learn how to be vocal about the load that you're carrying. And as I said, for a lot of you, this is in relation to work. And you've actually had to, you know, get used to saying, I've got too much here. I need to share the workload. This isn't fair how much work I'm getting. Because just because you're really good at it, it's still not fair if you're getting more work than everyone else, just because you're super organized, super focused, and you can really excel. So moving into your present, amazing, amazing energies. So the energy of your present is the Magician. So your energy is perfect for manifesting right now. You're really in that energetic zone where you're attracting things easily. And you might have noticed that you are attracting things to you particularly quickly at the moment, and you will be for the rest of April as well. So that's a really, really positive sign. I've also got the Sun here and the Chariot, so more major arcana cards, and these are in your present. Such powerful energies. And what this is saying is that you're really driving ahead at the moment. And for some of you, this will be because, you know, in your past you realized what you actually want, and then now you're just feeling so motivated and you're like, yes, I'm going to move forward with this. This is who I really am. This is the authentic version of me. This is what I want. And as a result, you are charging forward. You are manifesting. You're like, yes, I'm going to manifest this. This is what I want. This is who I am. And you're feeling very, very sure about that and very, very firm. So really, really good, good vibes, Virgos. Feeling very inspired by your reading, actually. Okay. Okay, so I have the Queen of Wands here. So this can be a fire sign, female. I'm just trying to understand what it means with the cards that it's with. So I have it with a card here which is about balance, and it can also be about relationships as well. And then I have next to it another card about balance. So I think what this is telling me in the context of your reading is like, how are you going to balance this new fiery passion that you have and this drive that you have? And for a lot of you, this will particularly be around money and career. How are you going to balance that drive with everything else in your life? How are you going to balance this motivation and this new authentic you with your relationship, with your social life, with your personal needs, having to take time out for yourself and exercise and things like that? How are you going to balance that? How are you going to still have that passion and, you know, bring it down when you need to bring it down? Because you do still need time for self-care. Because Virgos in particular, they can have this inner anxiety. I'm a Virgo rising, so I definitely get that. And you have this anxiety, which means that you want to move forward all the time. And as I said, you can be really, really good at that. Super organized, super efficient. You just want to move forward. But this is saying, right, that's amazing. And you have this drive, you have this passion, you know what you want to do now. But remember to balance it. Remember to take time out for yourself, or you will burn out. Okay, so just remember to balance that. Even when things are moving really fast and you're charging forward, do take time out to rest, restore, and just enjoy the moment. Get out into nature, and yeah, for some reason I want to say look up at the stars. So look up at the stars, enjoy nature, and do remember to connect with yourself through your self-care so that you don't burn out. So going into your future, very intuitive. I've got two very intuitive cards for you. But first of all, I want to mention the Nine of Cups. This is the wish card. You're going to get something that you wish for, which is amazing. So that will probably be as a result of the fact that you're manifesting now. You've got this manifesting energy. You know which way you want to move forward, and you're really determined about that, and you are going to manifest what it is that you're wishing for. So that's an amazing thing. So just keep listening to your intuition, because it is going to be developing still. Okay, and then really interesting energies that I've got here. So in your future, I was really drawn to the babies in this picture. So I do feel like some of that balance that I was talking about, that is going to be, you know, for those of you who are mothers, you're going to be figuring out, how can I, you know, balance being a mother with this drive and these things that I want to achieve, but know that you are going to manage it, because this is the woman who balances it all, has abundance, as in financial abundance with these pentacles, but also happy home life, cooks the dinners, does baking. So if you're worrying about how you're going to find balance with your children and your family life, know that you will be able to do it, and you will be able to achieve material success and financial abundance while also maintaining some balance with your family life. It's just going to be a challenge of juggling that. How are you going to carry these different things, and what you're going to have to leave behind in order to be able to balance, okay? Because you are going to have to not carry the entire load. With this card here, I'm being drawn to the fact that he isn't carrying the entire load. He's left two of the swords here, and this is going to be you. You can't carry absolutely everything. So what is worth just leaving there for someone else to pick up, or that you don't really need? And when you do that, you are going to be able to balance it all. You're going to have the career, financial abundance, and also the family life as well. Okay, so in your future, there's an ending and a new beginning. And it's to do with your emotional life, because they're all cup cards between, so I've got the Page of Cups, death, the King of Cups, the world, which is a new phase, and then the Ace of Cups. So it's a new emotional beginning. You're letting go of any emotional habits which were holding you back. Which could be, there's two sides to this. This could be that maybe you weren't being emotional enough and you weren't expressing your emotions, and as a result they were kind of staying within you and causing health problems, staying stagnant within you and holding you back. And you've released that, and now you're moving on to a new stage where you let your emotions flow out like they're flowing out this cup. Or conversely, it could be that you had an emotional pattern that's holding you back, like being too clingy or maybe too emotional, and then you've managed to pull that back in and get balance again with your emotions, and as a result you're actually feeling much more balanced, positive. But whatever it is, there's a big improvement here in your emotional life, as I said, whether you're letting them out or whether you're learning how to balance them again. So that's really, really positive, and I feel like that is going to be what you need to do in order to get success. So do pay attention to your emotional life and what it is about your emotional state and how you react to things with your emotions that might be holding you back from what you want. How are you going to have to adapt that in order to deal with the new level of success that you're moving up to? And the energy of your future. So just let go of any attachments which are holding you back. Keep learning and listen to your intuition, and be prepared to look at things a different way. And they're always good messages to get. Those are like the big lessons of life. So it doesn't surprise me that you're getting those, because, as I said, it is such a like momentous stage of your life that you're at the moment with all of these major arcana cards. So let's get some advice for Virgos for April 2020. Ear chakras. So listen and pay attention. So these are minor chakras, these aren't major ones, but this is saying notice messages that appear as sounds, music and words. So if you get drawn to any words, lyrics in a song, you know, a song that comes on the radio and it's one that you really associate with a relative who's dead, who's in the spirit world, that could literally be a sign from them that they're sending it to you. If you overhear a conversation, it sounds really relevant, because I had this once when I was thinking about setting up a website, which is now Roberta.com, and I was in a library and I overheard someone talking about WordPress and how it was the best site for all of these reasons, and then I actually set up a website on WordPress because of that, and I overheard that conversation. So yeah, that is what this is saying to you, like listen out for the clues and listen out for the messages that the universe gives you in these indirect ways, because they can be advice for your situation, and also messages from your loved ones as well. Choose how you feel. So again, I think this goes back to the message about your emotions and what you need to do to balance out your emotions. Choose how you feel, react and perceive everything in your life. I love this card so much, and it really just means that you have the power. Like, you are the only person that feels your emotions, so you get to choose what they are. And it can feel like we're the ones who are the victim to our emotions, but actually we're the one who creates them. So choose how you feel, react and perceive everything in your life. Choose to only see through love and possibility. So the future is in your hands, Virgo. You have so much power at the moment, and you really are manifesting something very, very wonderful. So if you want a personal tarot reading, then do head to the link just underneath this video. I'm also on Instagram at @IamLizRoberta, and I do daily free card readings over on TikTok at @IamLizRoberta as well. So remember to hit subscribe for next month's video, and I'll talk to you very soon. Have a lovely month of April 2020, Virgos.